All right, so we're going to start out with these equations. I'm going to just zoom out a little bit so I have them on my paper so that I can kind of reference them. All right, so we've got a parabola, y plus 5 squared equals negative 12x minus 2. So we want to identify the vertex, focus, axis of symmetry, and directrix. So the first thing I note is that the y is being squared, so it's going to be a horizontally opening parabola, okay? So the second thing that I note is that I can do my vertex right off the bat because my vertex is h comma k. H is the one that's with the x, k is the one that's with my y, so it's going to be 2 comma negative 5 is my vertex. Now, what I like to do is I do the sketch kind of coinciding with this. So I do my little sketch. Nope. All right, so I'll do my sketch, which is positive 2 comma negative 5. Okay, now because it's a negative, it's going to be opening to the left. Let me just make sure my parabola actually hits my vertex. So there we go. All right, so because my number out in front is negative, it's going to be opening to the left. So 4p is out in front, so negative 12 is equal to 4p, so p equals negative 3. So that means we're going 3 units to the left. So 3 units to the left. So if it's at 2, if I count 3 units to the left, my focus is going to be 1, 2, 3 right here, which is at negative 1 comma negative 5. Okay, so now I can also do my axis of symmetry because my axis of symmetry goes through my vertex. My axis of symmetry is, in this case, it's a horizontal line, so y equals, okay, so now y equals, and it's at a y value of negative 5. All right, and the last thing is my directrix. All right, so we'll do that in gold. My directrix is going to be 3 units to the right from my vertex. So I go 1, 2, 3. And my directrix is going to be the perpendicular line to the axis of symmetry. So it's going to be x equals. And this x value is at 3 units away from 2, positive 5. Okay, so that's how we identify the vertex, focus, axis of symmetry, and directrix. All right, so on to the next one. Same idea. Just going to change my color back to my original blue. We've got x is being squared, so that's going to be opening vertically, okay, either up or down. Now, because it's positive out in front, it's going to be opening up. So my vertex is h comma k, so 4 comma negative 3. So I go ahead and graph that. 1, 2, 3, 4, comma negative 1, 2, 3. And we said that it's opening up because it's positive. Okay. All right, now my focus. To find the focus, I take this number on the outside. So that is 8 is equal to 4p. So p is going to equal 2. All right, so my focus is 2 units away from the vertex. So because it needs to be inside, we're going to count up 2. So 1, 2. So my focus is right there. So my focus is going to be 4, comma, -1. My axis of symmetry goes through, and in this case it's a vertical line, so it's going to be x equals, and my x is equal to 4. All right, and now the last thing is my directrix. So my directrix is p units in the opposite direction away from the vertex. So we count 2 units down from -3, and it's going to be create a perpendicular line to the axis of symmetry. So my directrix is going to be y equals -5 because it's 2 units down from the vertex. All right, last one. Once again, we have the y is being squared, so this is going to be opening horizontally. So we've got my vertex is h comma k. So in this case, -6 comma -1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 comma -1. All right, now because it's positive, it's going to be opening to the right. Okay. So we've got 2 equals 4p, so p is going to equal 1/2 or 0.5. Okay, so p is equal to 1/2 or 0.5. So to do my focus, it's half a unit, and it's got to be inside, so it's half of a unit, half away from your vertex. So my focus is, all right, so it's an x value that's half away from -6. So it's going to be -5.5, comma -1. My axis of symmetry goes through, and that's a horizontal line, so it's y equals -1. Okay, and then my directrix is p units away in the opposite direction from the vertex. So it's a half a unit away from your vertex, and then it's going to be a vertical line. So at x equals -6.5. All right, so that is how we find the vertex, focus, axis of symmetry, and directrix, and sketch it from the equations. Now you try the next couple.